was a God of knowledge, what did they tell you in the Bible in Genesis, what they told Adam and Eve not to eat from? The tree of knowledge. Bingo. You got it. See how things are going? You got it. And we must look at this thing in consideration because our people are in deplorable conditions, the worst conditions ever. We've always been in these conditions throughout our history in the hells of America, and we must look at this thing. If you inhale, the religion that governs hell can't be nothing but that of hell. That's common sense.
Right.
You understand how that goes? Now, so what we have is we have religions coming out of Kemet, the set worship. Now, what you also have is this. You have Isis mythology and Osiris mythology that talks about a resurrection, and you have this that talks about a resurrection, but you also have, Dogon talks about a resurrection, but you also have both mythology talking about retribution. And this is the hour that we're on today. This is the key focus of what I'm talking about now. Now, Nomo is supposed to come back. He's supposed to take human form. This is the Dogon's part. He's supposed to take human form, and he's supposed to come back, and he's supposed to subdue his evil brother Seth and purify the earth. He's supposed to purify the earth. And that's the same as Jesus Christ coming back. You understand? It's the same stories. You see, what they took out of Egypt, they took stuff, and let me clarify this. The stuff that they took out of Egypt was actually the same stuff that Egypt put down. They just took it out in fragments. And they took out the male side. But they didn't take out the female side. But the male side, unbalanced between male and female, is set. You understand? But we can still trace it back. Yes, when they say Christianity, Judaism, and Islam came out of Kemet, it did. They are right. But one side came out. And this is the imbalance of the world, you see. Now, he's supposed to come back and he's supposed to purify the earth. In Isis says, I am the governor of the god and of the planet Sophis. She's represented as Sophis, that's Sirius. And she said, I will get retribution on the mothers, the haters of mothers and fathers. Now, the haters of mother and fathers, you might disagree with your mother and father, but you don't hate your mother and father, your mother and your father. They're talking about a people that hate their mothers and fathers of human history and human origin. And she also said, I will get retribution on the haters of the woman. And that's sexism. You see, sexism, racism, and classism, it's all one. One is all. It's the xenophobic attitude, or the xenophobic attitude of the fear of. The fear of something different than you. Even the fear of your own species have, which is the woman. Your own mama that had you. You know? So, then we have the Babylonian cult, which was a colony of Kemet. And you see the same fish here. Representation of the same type of mythological view and represented as the same type Nomo fish. Not Nomo. Here, it's talking some other stuff because I got it from another book. Right here, this is Isis, represented as Sophis. Also, Hathor is represented as Sophis also, which you see the cow head and all. So now, the Dogon say that our people are on this planet. When we die, we go to this planet. And one day, our people will come back. And our people will subdue Ogu, or the pale fox. And they will purify the earth. And they will come back with the ancestors of man. You see, the ancestors of man. Now this is the point. Put it on. To let you know what hour it is. They have what you call arts. In some mythology, they call them flying arts. They have what you call arts. This is 700 years old. And it says right here, it's a Dogon design of a spaceship, a space capsule. It's also represented as an obelisk too. But it's a spaceship. This is over 700 years old. They can trace it back to. You see? Now, here's a people these are people that knew the heavenly body accurate. They knew this thing to the T. And as a French astronomer said, you need not doubt the Dogon people. They know what they're talking about. Here's a people that knew stuff precisely. Now, all of a sudden, this is up in the mythology. You best believe it. You see? You best believe what's going on. Give me another picture. Okay. Just got to peel that off. This is a wheel. Other night, we just found this the other night when we were making these things. He found it in one of the books. This is a wheel in Kemet. And this wheel in the book, it said this is a type spaceship type thing. And it's a wheel in Kemet. It's made on a stone monument. Right in Kemet. Remember, Elijah Muhammad, and I must pay homage to Elijah Muhammad at this point, because I think sometimes when we get in scholarly debates, we leave out the people that doesn't have PhDs and doesn't have authority on it based upon the white man's perception of authority. You see, the white man got to validate you before our own people believe you. Here's a man with a third grade education, and they say in the 1940s, he went to jail because of some draft dispute, because he didn't go into the service. And they took some blueprints from his briefcase. And the blueprints was of some spaceships. The Nation of Islam teach all the fruit of Islam this story. And they talk about the mothership. And remember Farrakhan back in 89 had that event that the Washington Post played in on when he was in D.C. speaking about he met Elijah Muhammad on the spaceship. There's a book by the name of, because you gotta have white people validating all that stuff. There's a book called People of the Web. Validate this same thing. They said that they could believe what he was talking about, because number one, he said he was in New Mexico, and New Mexico is full of UFO mythology about the gods. It's full of UFO mythology about the gods. He said he saw Elijah Muhammad. And so all of a sudden this mothership thing is coming into play. But see, we didn't believe him because he only had a third grade education. You see. And a lot of things that he said to this day, he might have said it in another form. But when we go through all the scholarship to prove things, we find out, and I'll tell you the truth, I study this stuff daily, and the higher I go up into the mysteries, the more and more I find out that a lot of things he was saying was true. He said the man was the devil over 30 years ago, 40 years ago. Now I got to go and find a piece of Egyptian hieroglyphic or Egyptian hieratic papyrus to substantiate that. You see how we do things?